It is such an honour to be speaking in the celebration of 30 years of National Child Protection Week, and a huge congratulations to Nat Can, who is the most outstanding advocate for child protection in this country, for making sure that we could still have these celebrations despite the impacts of COVID. And if ever there was a time when we could really acknowledge and celebrate the achievements of the child protection family, it is through these COVID times that we see our sector at its best. I'm talking about the staff of all the organisations across the sector who've gone out despite the challenges of COVID to make sure that they're keeping in touch with our vulnerable children and families. I'm talking about all of the organisations who've banded together to look at how we need to respond in these unprecedented times and how they could support each other. We're talking about our foster carers who've done their job, who've loved our kids and looked after them despite the challenges of doing it, schooling and working from home and all of the other things that go along with the incredible stresses that COVID has placed on us. We're talking about our young people who found a voice to tell us what they need. We're talking about our partners like education and health and police, who we rely on so much, and how we work together to make sure that we have line of sight with our most vulnerable children and families. If ever there was a time when we know what we're made of in this sector, this has been it. And I want to say congratulations to all of those people for the part that they have played. And it really shines a light on the role that all of those people have played over the last 30 years. And this says, job well done to everybody. Our job is never done, unfortunately, but the way we have worked together has been absolutely magnificent. In Queensland, we are facing the same challenges that I think we're facing right across the country, with the increasing demand and complexity being faced in the child protection system. We are 6 years into a 10-year significant reform strategy with 500 extra child safety staff employed in our department, and with a budget of $1.3 billion alone. And out of that, and out of the hard work across our sector, we have seen our caseloads for our staff being reduced from 21 to 18 and going down. We have seen our ability to respond to our most urgent cases the best that it has been in over 12 years. We have seen, as a result of our generational strategy, the Our Way strategy, our partnership with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander families and community organisations, where we're giving the power back to them to have the say about what happens to their children and their families. We have seen that the growth in the number of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander children coming into care has stabilised for 9 consecutive quarters. We've seen an increase of over 13% in the number of foster and kinship carers that we have in the system. And I want to say a special thank you to them for what they do every single day for our most vulnerable children, and the way that they work with us to just make things better. We've established the Queensland Parent Advisory Council so parents have a voice, and we work with the wonderful Create to make sure that our young people have the voice that they so deserve. And we are working on legislation as we speak to make sure that we institutionalise that voice, so that young people can always be telling us what they need and what the system needs. These are the ingredients for a successful system. These are the ingredients for us being able to achieve what we need to achieve. I know that COVID is going to place extra pressures on us. We know it's got a long tail. We know that economic and other pressures are going to really be very, very challenging for families, and we need to be extra vigilant. But with the people that are around us, the people that are part of the child protection family, and the organisations who are part of the child protection family, I know that we are going to be in a good position to fight this fight together. So a huge thank you to everybody for the last 30 years, for this last 6 months in particular, and for the next 30 years when we are all going to be doing the best for our most vulnerable children.